Who put Mr. Bulo? I put Bulo, no. What is this?
Alamak, Bulo. Alamak.
Alamak.
You young one ah. This one Mr. Bulo senior. It's okay.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Now You Know with PixelStudio. Hi, hello, welcome back. Last week we had Fitra sharing with us some things about SMRT, our Mass Rapid Transit here in Singapore. And this week we have our colleague Steven, who will be sharing with us something that we also do not know or might be surprised by. And Steven, that topic is
English words with origins that may surprise you. I just want to preface this a bit. This presentation is a bit more experimental. I'm trying something a bit new, and also want to have you guys maybe try to guess the word before I reveal it at the end, because what I'm doing is I'm going to review the origin, not the word. So without further ado, the first word, origin, is a German doctor who believed in invisible forces. In the late 1700s, there was a German physician who began to attract attention, not for surgery or medicine, but for something far more unorthodox. His name was Franz Anton Mesmer, and he proposed a peculiar theory that an invisible natural energy flowed between all living things, and he believed that illness was caused by blockages of this force in one's body, and that he could restore balance by manipulating it, sometimes with hand gestures, sometimes with magnets or iron rods. He called this animal magnetism. His sessions were theatrical, to say the least. Patients would gather in candlelit rooms, seated around large tubs of water infused with metal filings. He would move his hands around slowly over their bodies without touching them. Some claimed to feel waves of energy washing over them, others collapsed into tears or even fits of laughter, as though entered into some kind of trance. Mainstream scientists were skeptical at the time, of course, and eventually a panel of experts was formed by King Louis XVI, the King of France at the time, to investigate these claims. One of the experts even included none other than Benjamin Franklin himself. In the end, the panel found no evidence for any sort of magnetic fluid. Instead, they suggested that the effects were purely psychological in nature. But even though Mesmer's methods didn't hold up, his impact on the English language certainly did. His name became inseparable from the feeling of being mentally drawn in, entranced, hypnotized even, to become mesmer. Anyone know this word?
Mesmerize.
That's right.
Sean, you don't
Not
get
the
extra
words.
points later because you got that right.
Maybe I'll jot down everyone who got it right, but sure. But in other words, is to have someone's attention so completely that they cannot think of anything else. So yeah, pretty interesting that this word came from a German name originally. And the next word is a rugged fabric from an Italian port city. That's its origin. In the 16th century, sailors and dock workers along the Mediterranean coast needed something simple, durable trousers that could withstand the wear and tear of hard labor. The answer came from a sturdy fabric made in a town called Genoa in northern Italy, known for its textile production. This fabric was strong, tightly woven, and ideal for life at sea. It became popular among laborers across Europe, especially those involved in shipping and trade. Interestingly, French traders began referring to this cloth by the name of the Italian city where it was first made. Over time, the name stuck, not just to the fabric, but eventually to the pants made from the fabric. Fast forward to the 1800s in America, a tailor in Nevada partnered with a dry goods supplier to make pants for gold miners during the gold rush, using this very same fabric. He added metal rivets for enforcement, a simple innovation at the time, but turned it into practical trousers, into the iconic garments we know today. And it's an icon of modern fashion these days, and they are everywhere. But originally, they were just tough work pants made from the city of Genoa. Can anyone guess what the word is?
Jeans.
Oh, correct. It came from the word Genoa. It went into French, and then it became, maybe Hafiz can pronounce this, I cannot, Jean Fauchtion or something in French, then became jeans eventually. Well, and fun fact, the word denim also has a lot of history behind it. It's also named after a place in France, I believe. And also another fact, the dry goods supplier here, his name is Levi Strauss. So does it sound familiar, everyone? Levi's. So now you know. Yeah. Okay, so next we have an old Italian policy involving the number 40. So centuries before the world had PCR tests or vaccines, pandemics still swept across the continents. One of the most devastating was the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death, a disease that devastated Europe in the 14th century, killing millions and even wiping out whole entire villages. At the time, the signs of the disease was poorly understood, but even then, people noticed a pattern. Illness often arrived with ships. Thus, ports became the front lines of defense, and one city in particular took an unusual step to protect itself. That city was Venice. As a major trading hub, Venice welcomed ships from all over the Mediterranean. But during plague outbreaks, city officials began ordering incoming vessels to anchor offshore before anyone could disembark. At first, the waiting period was 30 days. Eventually, they extended it to 40 days. The policy was simple: wait it out. If no one on board showed signs of illness after 40 days, the ship could dock. If sickness appeared, the crew had to remain isolated. They called this policy Quaranta Giorni, meaning 40 days in Italian. Over time, the policy and its name spread across Europe, eventually entering English as a formal public health measure. And of course, the word is something that we are all very familiar with, which is quarantine. Not corona. Corona means frown.
Quarantine.
Quarantine, yes. A strict isolation imposed to prevent the spread of disease. So I'm quite easy lah, huh? Everyone, I'm sure got this already. So next up, we have a refined essence from medieval alchemy. In the laboratories of the medieval Islamic world, alchemists worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of nature. Their goal wasn't just immortality or gold, they were also masters of extraction and refinement, isolating the purest forms of substances using techniques like evaporation and distillation. Among their many discoveries was a particular fine black powder. It was made from grinding metallic minerals into an extremely soft dust, so fine that it could be used as eyeliner, prized for its cosmetic and even medicinal properties. In Arabic, it was called al-kul, or the coal, but that word didn't stay fixed in its meaning for long. Because over time, al-kul became to represent more than just a powder, it also began to be used more broadly to describe anything that had been distilled, refined, or separated from its base substance. The concept shifted from referring to solids to liquids, and as knowledge of alchemy flowed westward into Europe through Latin translations, so too did the word. European chemists picked it up but misinterpreted it slightly, thinking it referred not to a powder but to a purified spirit, and eventually it became attached to the product of fermented fruits and grains, and later to the intoxicating component within. So it had nothing to do with wine or beer originally, and it certainly wasn't meant to be consumed, but this ancient word for a powdered cosmetic slowly evolved into something quite different. And the word is, of course, does anyone know this?
Algebra.
Algebra. Let's complete. Alcohol. Thank you. A liquid that is produced in making wine, beer, and liquor that can cause changes in behavior in people who drink it. Ask me how I know. And next, we have method of democratic exile from ancient Athens. So every year, the Athenians held a special vote. Citizens would gather and submit the name of any individual they believed had grown too powerful, arrogant, or dangerous to the stability of the city. The process was surprisingly simple. Voters would inscribe the name of an individual on a small piece of broken pottery. These shards had a name, ostraka. If enough citizens agreed, the person would be exiled from Athens for 10 years. It was meant to be a political pressure valve, a safeguard against tyranny, but over time, the word used for this process, ostrakizin, became to describe something far more social and personal. It came to describe the quiet act of casting someone out from a group or a community, to exclude them, to shun them, to ostracize them. That's right, that's where this word came from. To to avoid someone intentionally or to prevent someone from taking part in activities of group. It's quite interesting that this word came from, had like democracy and politics attached to it as its history. So next we have a secret prohibition within the Pacific Islands. Moving now to the other side of the world now. In the late 18th century, as European ships ventured into the South Pacific, they encountered island cultures rich in tradition. On one such expedition, British explorers landed on an island called Tonga. Among them was Captain James Cook, already famed for his detailed charts and careful observations in the Pacific region. In the case of if you're wondering, yes, James Cook University in Australia was named after this guy. As his crew interacted with the local people, they were told in absolute terms that certain actions were strictly off limits. They couldn't touch particular objects, enter some spaces, or speak during some of the rituals. The Tongans had a name for these prohibitions, tapu. It described anything considered sacred and untouchable. To violate a tapu wasn't just offensive, it could bring shame, misfortune, or even invite the wrath of the gods. Captain Cook noted this word down carefully in his journal, spelling it in a certain way on how it sounded to him. And when he returned to Britain and published his work, he brought this Tongan word to the eyes of millions, and eventually made its way into the English language. But over time, it took on a more broader meaning. It meant anything that is forbidden by social custom rather than just spiritual reasons. Does anyone know this word?
Taboo.
Taboo.
A subject, word, or action that is avoided for religious or social reasons. Quite a cute word, right? Tapu. Tapu. And next, a peculiar grass found in Southeast Asia. In tropical and subtropical regions across Asia, a certain plant grows with astonishing speed. It's tall, jointed, and hollow. It towers into the air in dense groves. It's not a tree, technically, it's a grass, but it's a very special kind of grass. This plant has been used for centuries as scaffolding, weaponry, even cooking material. It's strong yet light, flexible yet firm, and when it's cut, dried, or burnt, it makes a distinct sound, a loud, sharp crack, like something snapping suddenly under pressure. When Dutch colonists arrived in Southeast Asia, they observed the local populations using this plant in daily life. They also heard the sound it made, a noise that some communities mimicked without using a particular word. In Malay and other regional Austronesian languages, imitative words like mambu or bambu were used, possibly mimicking the sound of the stalk splitting in the heat or exploding when tossed into the fire. The Europeans took note, writing the word down phonetically as they heard it. It entered the Dutch lexicon and soon made its way into English as well. And yes, I'm sure some of you already know what this word is. Bamboo. A tall plant that is a member of the grass family and has hard, hollow stems that are used for making furniture and poles. So I'm also really surprised when I researched this. I didn't know that bamboo actually came from bamboo came from Malay rather than like the other way around. I thought the Malay word bambu was a loan word. And also, yes, bamboo is a species of grass. Next one. This one is the last one. And in my opinion, this one is the most interesting history of all. So this word came from a salty fish source from Southeast Asia's trading ports. In the 1600s, European traders began sailing deep into the seas of Southeast Asia, navigating the bustling ports of now we call Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia. There, they encountered a type of sauce unlike anything they had back home. It was dark, salty, and fermented, made from anchovies, shellfish, or soybeans left in jars under the hot sun. It had no sugar, no vinegar, but it was rich in umami flavor and added flavor to almost anything they touched. The sauce had a name in Hokkien Chinese dialect, Kesak. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm not Hokkien. And another similar term also existed across the Malay archipelago, Kecap, still used today in Indonesia to describe soy-based condiments. Both terms likely come from a shared regional root describing this fermented liquid. European sailors, especially the British, took note. They brought the idea back with them, but there was a problem. They didn't have the same ingredients, so they had to improvise. In 18th century England, recipes emerged using mushrooms, anchovies, and walnuts, even oysters. all attempts to recreate the dark savory punch of the original sauce. These sauces varied widely, but they kept one thing constant: the name, which they call ketchup. Then, across the Atlantic, something changed. In 19th century America, cooks began to use tomatoes. Sugar was added, then vinegar. By the early 20th century, this sweet and sour tomato version became the dominant form, especially ones produced by food companies such as this one. The ingredients had changed completely, but the name, tracing back through Hokkien and Malay, stayed. The word is, I'm sure you all know by now, is ketchup. A condiment consisting of pureed tomatoes, onions, vinegar, sugar, spices, etc. So yeah, I was quite surprised when researching this. I didn't know that ketchup actually came from either Malay or Hokkien Chinese. Like when you think of ketchup, you think of the west side of the world, not Malay and Hokkien Chinese.
Ketchup.
Now it's time for the quiz.
Ketchup more on Indonesia lah. Hafiz, correct or not? Ketchup, right? Ours, we use ketchup in
That's how I was
Singapore.
studying in Indonesia. They pronounce
Right,
it
ketchup,
as that with an E, but for us, Malaysia and Singapore, we
I,
do
right?
with the I.
AI, right? Ketchup. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, so ketchup actually came from our side, like in Southeast Asia, so that's pretty interesting.
Ketchup. Alright, man.
Do you notice
Right, time for the quiz.
quite a number of these?
But bamboo, we don't call it bamboo, we call it bulo.
Ah, really?
Oh, we call it bulo. Bulo. B-U-L, like Sungai Buloh. Sungai is like a stream. Bulo is bamboo. So I guess there's a lot of bamboo there. Yeah,
Maybe it's like the old form of the word.
Don't know. Probably. I don't know. Read it out.
2, 1. First question. Hey, what does the original Italian phrase 40 giorni mean? So it's pretty easy, I guess. Someone put anchor offshore. No, it's 40 giorni means 40 days in
40
Italian.
days. Teaching us how to
First is
speak foreign
Schween. Which city introduced a 40-day isolation policy for ships during the Black Death? Is it Florence, Genoa, Vatican, or Venice?
Vatican City.
Vatican City. It's Venice. Venice is the one with the water, right? A lot of water everywhere. So that's where all the ships come in. Number 1 is Sue Storm. Who is Sue Storm?
Fantastic Four.
So anyway, next question. What is the middle name of the physician who invented animal magnetism?
Crazy.
Bit of a more difficult question now. Oh no, it's Anton, not Antoine. Alright, next we have
Wow.
L. Lydia.
On the roll.
Hot lah, L.
Next question. In which European language did the word jeans first appear in reference to the fabric from Genoa? Is it English, German, French? Oh, I'm quite surprised that so many got this correct. Yeah, correct. It's French with the Jean Fauchon thing. Jean. Right, good job, Brian. What was the nationality of Franz Anton Mesmer? Is he French, Italian, Austrian, or German? Correct, he was German.
Friends.
Not everything is French. Right, number 1, Sue Storm again. Next question. What was the name of the piece of pottery used in Athenian exile votes? Is it Ostraka, Ostaka, Ostaka, or Ostrakizin? This one a bit simpler, I think. Ostraka. Oh, so many people got it wrong. Surprised me a bit.
Oh,
Maybe my presentation a bit too wordy, huh?
Strakizin.
Ostrakizin. The Ostraka is the pottery. Ostrakism is the process. So good job, Sue Storm. True or false? The word turbo came from Captain John Cook's journals, in which recorded the indigenous use of the Tongan word tapu. Is this correct or wrong? Read the question very, very carefully.
Oh no, means I got it wrong.
When you say that.
There we go. I see some people got tricked already.
Ay,
It's not John Cook, it's James Cook.
James
That's
Cook.
why I said the university in Australia is
Geeky
James Cook
guy.
University.
ay.
So good job, Rayan, again. Wow, 1,000 point difference. That's pretty big. So bamboo are trees whose name originated from mambu or bamboo, the cracking sound they made when subjected to high heat. And again, read the question very carefully.
No way.
Oh man.
False. Because remember, bamboo are a
Yes.
species of grass, not trees.
Yes.
Kena
Some of
check.
these questions very
kena
tricky.
check.
Got
Hey, hey,
answer.
the strat is don't do it too fast.
Yes, that's right. Must read the question very carefully. Alright, next question. What does the Arabic word al-kul originally refer to? This one quite easy.
A fermented.
A fine black powder used as eyeliner. That's right. Who put fermented fruit drink?
Cool. Fermented fruit drink.
A type of
Okay,
spirit.
Oh, Rayan on a streaker. Ulti select now. Which of the following are ingredients found in the modern version of ketchup? So a bit harder. So this one, if you are paying attention to the ingredients I listed, you will know how to do this. Yes, it was vinegar and sugar. Good job. Wow, a lot of people got this right. Alright, next one is the last question. Let's see who is Rayan. Very nice.
Real talk.
Alili, very
Come
good.
on, Halil. Halil, come on. Speaker.
Alright, type answer.
Answer.
Oh my,
Double
oh
points.
my.
What is the secret code word hidden in the slides?
Oh, yo.
What?
No, that's
That's crazy.
Oh my.
Have you all been paying attention, ladies and gentlemen? If you are behind in points, this is your last chance to catch up.
Oh my god, there's a time limit.
I saw that code word. I saw the code word. I was like, why is it there?
Ah,
It's like, is it he go and steal these slides from somewhere or what?
It's a watermark, huh?
hint, it's a name of a dish. So does anyone know the answer? Did anyone get it?
Pamela Anderson.
Oh, no one got it. The answer was mee goreng.
There's two
I
answers.
shouldn't-
Is like Steven, please, and bro, please.
Oh, you testing
No one has been
now.
paying attention to the slide. Huh?
Our attention. Right.
So third is Halili.
Well done.
Second is Lydia. Number one is drum roll. Congrats. But this time the other intern is not on the scoreboard.
The other intern.
Next week, another intern is presenting, really.
The other intern.
Right.
Alright.
Good job. Good job.
Good job, good job.
Hey Steven, can you show us where you hide your secret code word?
Yeah, sure. I think the first one was. I need to find. I forgot where I put it already. Also,
Hello, it's your own slides, leh.
I have a lot of slides. Later.
Let me.
Over here.
Oh.
M over here and then EE. So there's me.
Bro, please.
Oh, like this one is you accidentally type
It's
the
not
text
in your
properly
face
over
lah. This one you need.
It's not in your face. No.
Maybe the real secret code word is surprise without the R, huh?
I mean, if you don't have the, if you didn't see the MEE, right, it was still fine. If you saw this, the
Yeah.
goal.
It's somehow
Up here.
it's across a few slides.
The last one is here, ring.
Then it has nothing to do with all the English words that you mentioned.
Oh, it was nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but
mean,
somehow
yeah,
you
then
managed to
it's
get it. Well
me.
done. Well done. very
People
attentive.
managed to get it.
So I really test everything, test our attention, test our comprehension and everything.
Maybe the typo
Yeah.
at the start was also a test.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
I thought that was a secret code. I typed surprise.
Thank you very much, Stephen, for that lovely sharing on the origins of some English words. So, were you surprised by some of them? Like, unassuming everyday things like jeans, you didn't know, right? And also ketchup, where it came from. What the ketchup is of today is not what it was back then.
And mee goreng.
Yeah. So,
It got nothing to do.
yes, and also next time, it's recommended that you read the question first because some of us tripped a lot on those. And also, if there's any unsuspecting random letters on the slides, you might just need to take note of those because you never know when it might just appear in the. But anyway, thank you, Stephen, for sharing with us on the origins of English words, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you.